Your life is a mere reflection of you. So if you aren't living the life that you want, go look in the mirror and really begin to examine how you view yourself. What is your self-image? What's your identity? What language do you speak over yourself? We talk about spelling. The words that we use cast a spell over us. So if you say disempowering things that will hold you back from having what you want, that's the definition of a limiting belief. A belief that you believe in that's holding you back. And it's just a made up story because it's subjective, it's not true. All a belief is something that you tell yourself over and over and over again until you have a strong degree of conviction that that's the way it is. All right? So you've been telling yourself, I'm a loser, I'm lonely, I can't do this, I'm not rich enough, I'm poor, I'm, whatever it is. This is something for you to pray about, meditate on, journal, reflect. What disempowering identities, disempowering self-image, disempowering language, words, beliefs have you been believing in that have been programmed in your brain like a computer? It probably didn't even come from you. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. Maybe it came from your family. Maybe it came from your father, your mother, your siblings. Maybe it came from school. Maybe it came from the news or TV or music or society or whatever it is. You can blame anybody, right? But what it means to become an adult and mature is to take that power back and not just blame other people. Blame. It's their fault. It's their fault. Begin to be a victor of your life and not a victim. Grab your cojones. Grab your balls. For you women, grab your whatever it is. And begin to be a victor of your life and not a victim. Don't blame other people. It doesn't matter if they're 13, 15, 18, 25, 35, 45, 55. If you're blaming other people and other circumstances for your life and for who you are, you're giving the power to them. You can begin to become a victor of your life and take ownership, extreme ownership. Jocko Willink, right? He wrote a book, Extreme Ownership. When you take extreme ownership for your beliefs, your life, who you are, your results or lack thereof, in romance, in relationships, in business, in finance, in fitness, in health, in any area of life, when you take extreme ownership and you realize, hey, I am the captain of my fate. I can decide to become somebody different, to have different beliefs, to view myself differently, to live differently, to build different habits, to take different actions. I have the power within me now. That's when your whole life can change. When you make that decision, your life changes. When? Now. When would now be a better time to change your fucking life? When would now be a better time to take your life to the next level? When would now be a better time? Now. The moment you decide. And decide means to decipher, it means to cut off. I'm going here, I'm moving here. I'm losing 20 pounds. I'm quitting smoking, I'm quitting alcohol. I'm quitting this, I'm quitting that. I'm gonna start working out, I'm gonna start making more money. I'm gonna quit that job, I'm gonna start that business. Whatever it is, right? You decide, right? And what I wanna really share with you guys as I'm losing my voice, we're out here in the ocean, is begin to examine what you're dissatisfied with in life, where you're not happy. If it's your romantic relationship or lack thereof, if it's your fitness and health, your energy, maybe you're overweight, maybe you don't have enough energy, maybe you feel weak, maybe you're ill, right? Maybe you're broke, maybe you're unhappy with your career, your business, your job. Maybe you feel like there's no purpose or meaning in your life. Maybe you don't feel any sort of higher calling and connection to God. Maybe you feel depressed and lower emotions, living in anger and frustration. Maybe you don't feel like you're having enough fun, enough adventure, enough zest to life, enough, adventure. Your life is the degree of how much your quality of life is in the degree of the amount of uncertainty you can comfortably live with. If you can live with a good amount of uncertainty, you can travel the world, you can start 20 businesses, you can really stretch yourself because you're comfortable being uncomfortable. And see, the unknown, you're outside your comfort zone, outside of what you don't know in relationships and health and adventure and traveling and business and any area of life, that's where all the growth lies. And one thing's for sure, if you want to be happy, you want to be growing. There's no constant state in the universe. You're either growing or dying, right? So if you want to feel like you're living, you must be growing in every area, right? You must be progressing. And the only way to do that is to stretch yourself, to live in uncertainty, to put yourself outside your comfort zone in romance, in your relationships, in your fitness and health, in your business, in your finances, in traveling, in living situation, you name it, your lifestyle. Your quality of life is the degree of the amount of uncertainty you can comfortably live with. Stretch yourself, push yourself. So I ask you right now to pray, meditate, and journal. Drop in the comments below, spend some time reflecting, drop in the comments below. What are the areas of life that you're committed to growing, evolving, changing? You realize that you have pain in this area, pain. You're unsatisfied in this area. You've gotten comfortable and you're committed to reaching the next level, to stepping outside your comfort zone, to living with some uncertainty in that area, to push yourself, to stretch yourself to the next level so you can experience a higher quality of life, an extraordinary life, the next level in your fitness and health, in your business, in your finances, in your career, in your relationships, in traveling and adventure. You want to experience a higher quality of life and you're committed to living in uncertainty. You're committed to stretching yourself. You're committed to growing. You're committed to not settling no longer for where you're at. You might have been settling in this area for weeks, months, years, decades. I have clients that I've worked with that haven't been in a relationship in 10 years. I have so many people that they've been living the same 90 days, the same 3 months, the same year, the same years over and over and over for majority of their life. It's because if you continue to view yourself the same way, you continue to have the same self-image, you continue to make the same decisions, you continue to have the same habits, the same patterns, you'll continue living the same life, right? So this is how you can create change massively, is begin to make different decisions, begin to view yourself differently, a different identity, a different self-image in that area of health, of wealth, of career, of business, of relationships, romance, of adventure and fun, and celebration and spirituality and God. View yourself differently, a different self-image, build different beliefs. Really reflect right now. Drop in the comments below. Pray, meditate now. What have you been believing? What stories, narratives have you been speaking about this area? What beliefs have you been holding? How have you been viewing yourself in relationships, in finances? How have you been viewing yourself? And begin to rewrite the script. Rewrite your story. Rewrite your beliefs. Rewrite it. Rewrite your identity, your self-image. Rewrite it. And then affirm it with intensity, with emotion, every single day. And begin to take massive, bold fucking action every day to reaffirm that this is who I am now. In health, in relationships, in finances, this is who I am. And watch the whole world change. All right, guys, that's the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, share. God bless you. I love you. May 2026 be the greatest year of your life. Peace out.